Hello everyone. I'm going to take you through the steps to create listing in women's ethnic wear category. First, let's see how to download the template from Seller Central. In Seller Central, under Inventory, go to Add Products via Upload. Click on Download Template. You will get a list of categories for which templates are available. Click on Clothing. It will take a few seconds and the clothing category template will open in an Excel sheet format. I've already downloaded the template. Once you open it, click on Enable Editing and Enable Content. This will enable all the macros and formulae in the workbook. Go to the Data Definitions page. The Data Definitions page will show you what are the fields that must be filled in the template sheet, which of the fields are mandatory. If you scroll to the extreme right, you will see which fields are required. Those are marked in red, means they are mandatory fields and without which the listing will not be created. It also shows which are the preferred fields and which are the optional fields. It will show you what are the valid values that are acceptable for each field as well. Next, go to the template sheet. Here, let's create a listing for a sari under this category. The first column here is product subtype. That is under clothing, under what category do you want to list your product? So for sari and for kurta, it will be ethnic wear. Item SKU. Let me give a sample SKU as sari 1. Next is the manufacturer part number. Give your internal part number here. Here I will say sari 1 itself. Product ID. Product ID is your barcode or your 12 or 13 digit EAN or UPC number. If you do not have barcodes for your products, please get in touch with your engagement manager. They will help you to get an exemption for your brand or to register your brand. Next, let's go to item name. Now for sari, the title guide that you're supposed to follow is brand name followed by the gender for which you are listing the product, the color, the material, the embroidery followed by the term sari. So let's give an example here. For example, my brand name is Silk House. So I follow it with women's, color, red, material, pure silk, Banarasi sari. So this will be my title as per the titling guide. Product description. Here you can give a small paragraph about your particular item. For example, fashionable party wear sari for women. The brand name will be Silk House or the name of your brand. The name of the manufacturer, in this case I'll give it as Silk House. The update delete field. By default, even if you don't fill anything in the update delete field, it will take the value of update. You can also select the value of update here in order to update the listing. Condition type, by default again it will take the value of new. In Amazon.in you're only supposed to sell new products, so by default the value will be new. Standard price is the price at which you want to sell your product. Here for example I want to give it as 1000 rupees. Quantity is the number of units you want to make available for Amazon. I would say for example 2 units. Sale price. If you want to give a sale price for your product, you can give it. For example, I want to sell it at 750 rupees. But make sure you also give the sale start date and end date. The start date and end date should be given in this particular format. Year followed by month followed by date. End date is again year followed by month followed by date. Moving on. Key product features. Now, if you have any key features that you want to highlight for this product, you can highlight it. For example, I want to say Banarasi. Here I want to say give the length of the product, or if you want to give the material, you can do it here. Recommended browse notes. Recommended browse notes is something that will make your product more searchable or more browsable on Amazon.in. It will make your product more easy to find. For example, under ethnic wear, under what category, subcategory does your product fall? Here it falls under saris. So to find out what is a recommended browse note, in order to make your product more browsable or searchable or easy to find on Amazon.in, you need to attach notes to it, browse notes. So for example, your particular product, saris, it will come under ethnic wear. So to find out which browse node you need to fix for your sari, you need to go to add products via upload on Seller Central, click on download template. Under that, click on browse tree guide. Here click on apparel. It will open a browse tree guide Excel sheet. I've already downloaded it and here it is. So here if you search for saris, you will get the various browse tree guides for saris. So for girls saris, for girls ethnic saris. Next let us look for women saris. So under women, under ethnic wear, under saris, the browse tree node ID is this. So copy this and paste it under browse tree nodes. You can put up to 2 nodes for each product. Main image URL. So you need to take the image for your particular product and upload it on any photo sharing website such as PhotoBucket or Picasa. Make sure that the image is in JPEG format. It is on a pure white background and the dimensions of the image should be 1000 by 1000. Paste the image URL against each product under main image URL. You can give up to 9 URLs for each product. Once that is done, moving on, parent-child relationship. So for each SKU each product that you have, you might have variations. For example, the same Banarasi sari with the same print might come in 2 different colors. So you need to create variations for that. Let me show you how to do it. First, let's hide all the fields that are there. It becomes easier to create the variations. Now here, let me say that this is the parent. From the parent, I will remove the color red so that I create color variations. I copy this and I make it as red and I create another variation for blue. Now similarly, I need to create the SKU code for it. I say sari 2 and sari 3. Now please note that the parent SKU that you create, you can just name it as $P. Please note that the parent SKU that you create is a dummy product and cannot be purchased. However, the children SKU can be purchased and are real products. Now let's see how to create a variation. Against the parent SKU, under parent, you need parentage, you need to select parent, and for the children SKU, you need to select child. Under parent SKU field, you need to copy the parent SKU and fill it here. Leave the parent SKU blank for the parent. Under relationship type, you need to choose variation because you are creating a color variation. Under variation theme, choose color name because you are creating a color variation. So this is how you create parent-child relationship. Please make sure to fill all the fields I just mentioned for both the children, like price, quantity, images, etc. Moving on, if you have created a color variation, make sure that the color name should be filled mandatorily. Let me come to that. Department name, choose women for all three. Size name for sari will be free size. Color map, you need to map the color to the color from the drop down. For example, for red, the color map will be red itself. For blue, it will be blue. For example, if you have a color like lemon, yellow, the color map for this will be yellow. Moving on, the next field that you could fill is the collection description, whether it's designer, fusion, Indo-Western, traditional. So let me fill traditional. The style name, if it is with blouse piece, you can fill it as with blouse piece. Material type is a mandatory field. Here I will say silk. So this is about how you need to create a listing for sari. Please note that all the fields marked in bold are mandatory, and if you do not fill in those fields, the listing will not be created. Once you list all your products here, you need to save the file. You need to make sure to save it in text tab delimited format. That is, when you click on save, you need to save as type text tab delimited and click on save. Once the file is saved, you need to go back to Seller Central, go to add products via upload, upload inventory files and select inventory file. You need to browse your inventory file that you have created. This is the inventory file I have created, and click on open and click on upload now. Once you upload the file, it will take a few minutes to upload. You will get the status of your upload down here, and once it's uploaded, you will get a processing report. If there are any errors in this report, you can see what the errors were, and if there were no errors, the listing will be created under manage inventory and you can see your product listings over here.